watched a movie that I have not watched in a long, like, it's been out for many years, and I didn't see it when it came out, and then I sort of resisted it, and it made, like, this is, like, one of the highest grossing films of all time, this movie, and I thought it was so bad. Why did you people spend your money on this movie? Why? 2009, early 2010 was a great time for cinema. You could have seen some good movies. I am, of course, talking about Nancy Meyers' It's Complicated. I usually like Nancy Meyers. She wrote Baby Boom. I love Baby Boom. The Parent Trap. Like she's, her movies I generally like. This movie was terrible. This was a terrible movie. I didn't like any of the characters. I kind of like John Krasinski, which means he was 2 for 2 in 2009 because he was also in Away We Go that year, and Away We Go was really, really good. But, so the plot is about a woman who is super rich and has, a giant house and a huge garden and a bakery that she runs. But, how does she have time to do the garden? That garden was too big for somebody who, and that house was too big, and they never show who helps her maintain it, which I think is bullshit. If you're going to have a movie with somebody who has all of this, show the domestic help that she has, because she's living in California and she has domestic help. Show them. Show the maid. Show whoever's using her garden, or helping her garden stay big, because there's no way she had enough time for that garden. That is a side note of why I didn't like this movie, but those little details really pissed me off. Then, so the plot is Meryl Streep. She's been divorced from Alec Baldwin for 10 years, or 15 years or something. 15 years, I guess. They go to their eldest son's college graduation, or youngest son. There's 3 kids. One of which is played by Zoe Kazan. I like her. And then they start having an affair, even though he's married to somebody else. Played by Lake Bell, completely underused. She's just this exotic other woman. All of the characters are so undeveloped. It's the most you know about the Lake Bell character is that she has a tattoo of a tiger on her shoulder, and that's supposed to make her trashy. And I'm just fuck you, movie. Fuck you. Let me know more about these characters. And then maybe Meryl Streep's character has a thing for Steve Martin, who's an architect who's going to make her giant house even more giant. But, he's so underused. I love Steve Martin, and he was, nothing in this movie. Who underuses Steve Martin? You got Steve Martin to be in your movie. He doesn't make that many movies anymore, and then you just, give him nothing to do? He got to dance a little bit. That was good. They couldn't hold on him dancing, though, for very long. Ugh. You have, it's, almost like it was a paint-by-numbers movie where you have all these moments that, movies are supposed to have, but they don't feel like real life, and they don't feel well cobbled together. And so she has these, drunken wine nights with her friends, and there's 3 pies, but they show her sort of holding the pies, and then they never show them, this is a baker, and she's always making all these foods, and there's no good shots of the food. You're gonna tell me there's pie in the scene and then never hold on the pies? Fuck you! That's not okay. I want to see the pies. But then, so she has these friends, and supposedly she's known her whole life, but, you don't actually know enough about her character or any of the other characters for it to make any sense other than there's just, wine, middle-aged white women in Santa Barbara drinking wine. That's it. You don't actually get why any of them know each other. And then there's a scene where, one of them drunkenly, explains the entire back plot behind how Meryl Streep's character got divorced, and it's just the most unnatural dialogue ever uttered in a movie. It's preposterous. Ugh. There's more I didn't like about this movie. I hated all of the characters. I had a brother, so I didn't have multiple siblings, but the siblings didn't really feel like siblings. They were too clingy. At one point they're all in a bed together. No! Grown siblings. What kind of family is this? They should be snipping at each other a little bit. Like, there should be, like, camaraderie and some snipping, because I'm sorry, you don't grow up with 3 fucking siblings or 2 siblings without some sort of power dynamic between the kids and some snipping, because this is not a fucking Thomas Kincaid painting. This is supposed to be a real family. I just hated it so much. I hated it. Oh, and then, okay, so, like, the eldest daughter is supposed to be maybe between 27 and 30, and John Krasinski's character is supposed to be about 30. He's 30 at the time, so whatever. And they have a giant house already, and I know this is 2009, and it's, like, the recession just sort of hit, but, like, how the fuck do they have a big fucking house already, and they're engaged? I don't think so. And then, like, they're throwing this big old fancy party for the graduated, brother, and there's 40 people there, but it's like, who are these 40 people? Are they his high school friends? It was a bunch of old adult people. Like, a bunch of old adult people are gonna come and celebrate this, like, 22-year-old scrappy kid graduating from New York. Who are these people? Why are they coming there? What was the point of that party other than to cause conflict for the main characters? Nothing! There was no point. And then they're playing, like, music that no 30-year-old would ever play. And they had a DJ. They have enough money already to hire a DJ. But you don't know what any of these kids actually do. So it's like, who knows what his job is? Maybe he's a bajillionaire. Maybe he's from a rich family. I don't know. I also think every single character in this film was white. Like, I know Santa Barbara is a very, like, white bready place, but, like, California is not all white people. And there had to have been some extra casting at the very least that they could have done. New York is definitely not all white either. I hated this movie. I haven't hated a movie in a while. This movie's terrible. Don't watch it. It's one of the highest grossing films of all time. What were you people doing? I know I was living in the back of my parents' house in 2009. I didn't have money to spend on movies, so I'm glad I didn't put money towards this movie. But the rest of you have a responsibility to go see good movies with your money. Why? Why did you go see this movie? National Board of Review gave it the best ensemble cast of the year. Were they on pot? Were they smoking crack when they saw this movie? Did they not see all of the other really great movies from 2009? This was nominated for Best Screenplay at the Golden Globes? No. No. I'm so upset. This is a terrible movie. It grossed $219 million. No. It also cost $87 million to make. What the? That's a lot of money. How did this? What? What did they spend all the money? Did they actually build that house? Like, I'm confused. I hate this movie. I'm gonna stop talking. This is a bad movie. Don't watch it. I do not like it. John Toll was the cinematographer. He shot The Thin Red Line. What's he doing? Shooting Pinot Noir. Like, this is just a bad movie.